Good afternoon, dear students. Today we have a live session, and in this live session we will discuss about E for environment. What is environment and how this environment is important to us, how it impacts our lives, and how we have to save our environment. These are some of the discussing this live session. I hope you all guys are ready. Okay, so let's begin our presentation that is all about the E for environment. First of all, let us introduce the word environment. Literally means, if we talk about the literal definition of the word environment, simply it is the sum total of all biotic and abiotic components of our surroundings that influence our lives is called environment. What is that? In our surroundings, you will find biotic and abiotic components. Biotic means all those components that have life. Simply, you can call them living things. And abiotic or non-living things. The living and the non-living things we find in our surroundings that are very important for our sustenance. Let us define it with the help of a Quran. In Quran, Allah Ta'ala says that whatever you have in your surroundings, whether biotic and abiotic components, these all things are blessings for you. जो भी आपके इर्द गिर्द में इनको आपके लिए नियामतें बनाकर भेजा गया, अब नियामत की जो सबसे बड़ी चीज है उसकी कदर करनी है, बट हमने क्या किया? दिस इज द इंपॉर्टेंट लाइन, नेगेटिव ह्यूमन इंटरवेंशन. हमारा जो एनवायरनमेंट है हमने उसे डे बाय डे तबाह किया. आसपास के वट एवर द कंपोनेंट्स वी हैव, whether biotic components like flora and fauna, plants, animals, fish, birds, whatever, plus abiotic components like air, water, land, minerals, rocks, we destroyed everything. And in result that we reached at the situation where we can find our environment is totally in disequilibrium and instability. Disequilibrium or instability means, you know, the weight scale, measuring scale that can measure weights. जब भी वो इधर इधर जाता है, that means there is disequilibrium. When it is in the center, that means their opposite forces are neutralizing. That means there is equilibrium. Our planet also needs or demands the same equilibrium. जरा भर भी इधर या उधर गया, everything will be in mess. समझ सकते हो? Let us begin with a story. एक आदमी था जो he was a rustic and living a village life, but he was a government employee. It is a reality. One day he and his wife, they were collecting the garbage at their home. वहां से जब निकालते थे गांव के बाहर एक लैंड फिलिंग साइट थी, वहां पे वो कूड़ा डालते थे. कहते हैं what goes around comes around. जैसा आप दोगे वैसा ही पाओगे, आप बुरा करोगे बुरा ही मिलेगा. वन डे उसी लैंड फिलिंग साइड में जहां पे उसने वो गंद डाली थी, लिटर साइड, बहुत सारा वेस्ट डाला था, वन डे हिज ओन सन वाज देयर एंड ही वाज अटैक्ड बाय कैनाइन्स, आई मीन डॉग्स, एंड ही डाइड ऑन द स्पॉट. हु क्रिएटेड दिस प्रॉब्लम? He himself created the problem, and finally he lost his own son. जो उसने किया उसका नतीजा उसे खुद ही भुगतना पड़ा. वही जो हमने एनवायरनमेंट के साथ किया. आप लोगों ने कभी देखा है रूरल एरियाज में, तो यह सारे विश्व कि हमारे यहाँ जो बाहर जो शड है ना, काउ शड, तबेले जिनको बोलते हैं, उनके जो आउटलेट्स होते हैं ना, जहां से वो पूरा गंद निकलता है, जो यूरिन वुरिन, उसका डायरेक्ट अटैचमेंट किसके साथ है? रिवर के साथ. मैंने खुद देखा है. दीज आर द लाइफ लाइन ऑफ आवर सस्टेनेंस. If we pollute air and water, we can't survive. But we destroyed both these things. We destroyed the quality of air, we destroyed the quality of water. And in relation to that, there is serious disequilibrium in the whole world. That means the whole planet. Our planet is currently, it is ailing everywhere. You can see the natural disasters, earthquakes, tsunamis, floods. Millions of people are getting killed. All because there is instability in our environment. A lot of cancers, lung cancers, people are facing around the world. This is all because we destroyed the stability of our environment. That is why I was talking about that our environment is not in stable position. How it has been destabilized? All because of negative human actions. Our knowledge has made us cynical. हम जो ह्यूमन बींग्स है, वी आर सेल्फिश इन नेचर. हम अपने लिए जीते हैं, बाकी सारी चीजें तबाही की ना हो जाए. We just care for ourselves and that's all. Whatever is happening around the world, we don't care about that. Even we don't bother. And result is what? Finally, we are also the part of this mess. At the beginning, we thought that we will never be the one of the person who will fall in this chaos, but finally we are also the part of this chaos. क्योंकि हमने खुद ये किया है. हमें लगा था हमारे साथ तो कुछ होगा नहीं, बकर एनवायरमेंट डिस्ट्रॉय, उससे मुझे कुछ नहीं होगा. लेकिन फाइनली बीमारी पहले मेरे ही घर आई, पहले मेरा ही बेटा गया. एंड दिस इज द डिसिप्लिन. सेकंडली, वेस्ट एंड इट इज टाइप्स. हाउ ह्यूमंस हैव डिस्ट्रॉयड द एनवायरमेंट? बिकॉज ऑफ दिस. हमारे घरों से या कहीं से भी whatever kind of waste that comes from our home or anywhere else, that destroys our environment. And this waste material is divided into two types. One is biodegradable and another is non-biodegradable. Sir, what is biodegradable? These are the waste products that come from our kitchens, like the peel of potato, like fruits, like any other thing. You can take an example of vegetables, like the example of manure, the cow dung that comes from our homes. These things are biodegradable, means they mix with soil and take a very little time. Say you can say that 1 to 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and after 3 weeks it will get finished and mixed into the soil. It is not a threat to the environment. All those things that take a very little time to mix with the soil, जो decompose हो जाते हैं. How which things are decomposing by these things? The waste that is decomposed by the earthworms, fungi, microorganisms, bacteria. These are called biodegradable things. And they cannot destroy the environment because they mix with the soil within a very short period of time. But biodegradable are those, the kind of wastes that is not mixed with the soil. It takes thousands of years and it still remains in the land or in the soil. Sir, what are the examples? Example, you can take example of fruits, okay, vegetables or animal waste. These things get mixed with soil in a short span of time. But non-biodegradable example, you can take plastic bottle. Plastic bottle takes 450 or 500 years to mix with soil. And if you take example of glass bottle take 1 million years to mix with soil. And say जब भी whenever we go to the market, अक्सर हम लोग क्या कहते हैं? I told you our knowledge has made us selfish and cynical. We are literate but we are not educated because we destroyed our environment. That means we are simply literate. We look for ourselves only. If you look at these things, we always get these bottles from the market. We always get plastic things or plastic polythene papers. Every time when you visit to the market, you buy multiple things and you demand from the shopkeeper for every item you demand every single polythene for every single item. Is it right? And when you reach at home, finally what you people are doing, you put all these polythenes or plastic waste into the river. I have seen this thing with my naked eyes. And that is why our rivers are being damaged. Our oceans are being damaged because of our negative human intervention. These are the non-biodegradable things, like you can take an example of plastic things, example of aluminum cans, example of silver foils, example of glass bottles. These things do not mix. It takes 10,000 million thousand years to mix with the soil, and that is why it damages the fertility of the soil. And when it will damage the fertility of soil, and there will be the problem that the growth of plants will be automatically restricted. Now we have a problem. The burning problem of the world is e-waste. Not only e-waste, other types of waste. What is, sir, what is e-waste? Electronic waste. The waste that comes from the IT companies. You have a cell phone, you use it in 5 years, and after 5 years it got damaged, you throw it somewhere and you think that that's okay, it's all well. But that will remain in the soil for thousands of years. And if you don't know, from the last 3 years, 3.4 lakh metric tons of e-waste has been produced in India. Why to dump it? What to do with this? Because it takes thousands of years to get mixed with soil. But what to do with this e-waste? What to do with glass waste? What to do with this plastic waste? There are n number of problems, and these things destroy the stability everywhere. We have seen in villages, you go through the Rabanar, and there is Hangal, you can find there are different kinds of litter sites or dumping yards, and there is such a bad smell you can see there, and you can see there is a lot of polluting. Bad smell ke saath it creates pollution in the environment, and this is I'm talking about the rural life. If you go to the cities and will see what's happening there, everywhere there is such a kind of pollution that comes from these litter sites, and you can find outskirts of the city. This is the burning problem of the world. That is why our environment is destroying. Now, sir, how to manage? Is there any gigantic city to manage? Yes, there is. We have to do 3 R's. That is reduce, reuse, and recycle. This is the best formula where we can get freedom from this menace. And that is why there is only 3 R's we can manage this way. Would please stand up? What is environment? You can say in Urdu, there is no problem. क्या है environment?
जो भी हमारे इधर गिर्द यानी कि एबायोटिक आता है वो सारा एनवायरनमेंट आता है, वो सारा हमारी सराउंड्स है एनवायरनमेंट में आता है.
That's very good. Sit down.
वेजिटेबल वेस्ट वो वेस्ट होता है जो हमारे घरों से निकलता है. जैसे हम एग्जांपल ले सकते हैं पील्स की, तो हमारे वेजिटेबल पील्स वगैरह जो 1-2 वीक्स में डिकम्पोज हो जाते हैं.
Very nice.
और नॉन बायोडिग्रेडेबल होते हैं जैसे ग्लास बोतल, एल्युमिनियम बोतल वगैरह वगैरह जो कि इतनी जल्दी डिकम्पोज नहीं होते.
Okay, you stand up. Waste management. What are the 3 R's you think that is the best formula to get rid from this menace? What are the 3 R's?
Sir,
Okay. Okay. That's very nice.